guys, welcome back. Today I decided that I would start my new training series that I've talked about a few times before. It's funny because I mentioned it a few times on my channel, I think, but I used to post on this channel 7 years ago. Like, it was still Star Stable videos, but back in, like, I don't know, whatever year that was, 2017. Yeah, I posted videos and I started a training series called Training Adventures, but I only posted one video. But it was funny because I was like level 16 or something and I was on my halflinger, but like the older generation one, where this is like the newer gen. It's just like a funny full circle moment. But yeah, today we're gonna be training this horse, Buttercake, and I thought for the first training episode we would read some reviews about Star Stable. I got these from a website. I will link it down below. It had good ratings and everything seemed like pretty good on the website, so if you want to check that out. I chose 5 reviews from parents and 5 reviews from kids, but I don't remember which one is which. I also didn't screenshot anybody's usernames or even read any of them either, so yeah, before we get into the video, I just want to give a disclaimer that everyone is entitled to their own opinion, of course, and so no hate to anyone involved in this video. And if, you know, you left one of these reviews, you're allowed to have whatever opinion you want on the game, whether you like it or not, you know, it's okay. But anyways, I was training earlier and I did do all of the races here, so we are gonna need to go somewhere else. Let's just start in Fort Pinta and then go from there, I think. I also did do all of the races in the Winter Village today, so I can't do any of those, but it's okay. I left the snow effect on because I thought it was cute. But we will go ahead and read the first review. This person said it's ages 15 plus and gave it 5 stars, and this was written 6 months ago. It says SSO is not bad unless you're picky. I've played Star Stable for years and into 2025. The worst server is Nightstar. Emotional and rude people on there. You mainly have emo or trendy people, never satisfied on here, always complaining about a grain of salt. Sorry, it's hard to read and do this at the same time. Small percentage of people actually love the game and do everything. It's easy if you want to play. Just buy the lifetime once and not worry about it again. You'll get weekly allowance, and if you actually have the patience to save, you can get anything in the game. Love SSO good and bads. Be careful everywhere people like to complain. People like to complain a lot about SSO, and I love SSO and will continue to play. Sorry guys, I'm struggling to ride my horse and read at the same time. Okay, let me finish the race and then I will give my thoughts and opinions about this comment. I guess I should say review, sorry. Okay, so I do agree with you that the lifetime membership is expensive, but I do think it's worth it. I've had my account for like 9 years and I've had the lifetime membership for like pretty much that full amount of time, and so that's probably saved me a lot of money over the years. And I mean, it's 9 years later and I'm still playing, so obviously that, I mean, has to be worth it if you think about it. And I am mainly on Nightstar. I'm not on Nightstar right now filming this because I was filming a different video. So it's just easier to be on a less busy server, but I mean, it is frustrating sometimes how Nightstar is super busy, but it is fun to be on like such a popular server, you know, and I think for the most part people are nice on there. I mean, I usually like keep to myself, but I've been on there for a long time and have never had any issues with anyone. And you know, it's okay to be a part of the trends online, but it's also okay to be different too. You know, everyone's allowed to, you know, do what they want on the game and like express themselves in different ways, you know. And always remember that your words and actions affect other people, even if you don't think it does. So just be careful what you say to other people online and always be nice, of course. But I'm glad you're still playing because I'm still playing and I'm really glad that I am. So we're gonna do the Fort Pinta Beach race, even though it's winter time. It's worth $250 though, and I feel like I always forget about it. Okay, this next review, they said it's ages 7 plus and gave it a 4 out of 5 stars, and this was written a month ago. It says this game is great, but make sure children are being responsible. TLTR at the bottom, which I looked that up because I feel like I'm old for looking that up, but I think it's like too long to read or something. Yeah, they just put a short description at the bottom, but I'll just read the whole thing. I genuinely love this game with my whole heart, but there's just one thing I cannot stand. For context, I have been playing this game forever and have many great nostalgic memories with my friends and my sister. The only thing that ruins it now is people who also grew up with the game but choose to be rude, foul-mouthed players who harass little kids. I've heard many horror stories of parents saying they deleted their kids' game because of horrible adults being rude to their children. And that absolutely shatters my heart. And then they have like the short written paragraph that just summarizes it. I do agree with this person that there is definitely a lot of people like me who kind of grew up playing the game and still play it now as an adult, but unlike me, there's a lot of people who misuse that and kind of take that to their advantage and, you know, are rude to people online and especially target little kids, which is obviously terrible, so please do not do that. I know the chat is also sometimes kind of frustrating if you like can't, you know, there's certain laws and everything to protect kids on the internet, which is obviously important, so. I'm trying to think about what race I want to do next, if we should just trailer somewhere. Let's go to 𝙤𝙗𝙗, I think. Why not, you know? Everything looks so weird being all like covered in snow. Okay, this next review, they rated it ages 8+ and gave it 4 out of 5 stars, and this was from 3 years ago. The Star Stable is way too expensive. My kids like the game, so what can I say other than the cost of star coins is ridiculous. Star Stable is constantly releasing new stuff, and even as a star writer, which I did purchase for my kids, it's expensive. My kids also play Fortnite and Roblox, and they're nowhere near as expensive as this game. In my honest opinion, keep your kids away from this money pit. Okay, so honestly, I knew going into this video that there was going to be a lot of people saying stuff about like the price of Star Stable and how it's gotten obviously a lot more expensive since the game has started. There's not like a ton I can do or say obviously, but you know, it is frustrating that the game is getting more expensive, saving up shillings and using that to buy stuff rather than using star coins and buying them, and I usually only ever buy them on a double weekend or if there's like some sort of deal or something. And I do use star coin codes often, which is nice. I mean, there's extra right now because it's holiday, but like I used 2 the other day and got an extra 100, so like that's nice too. And obviously, like I mentioned earlier, I have been a lifetime star writer for a very long time, so I think that's definitely probably saved me a lot of money too. Okay, this person said the game is ages 5+ and gave it 1 out of 5 stars. This is from 2 years ago. It says ruined the character's looks. They changed the looks of the character to look really realistic and not even attractive realistic. I preferred how it was before and hope either it adds prettier faces and body or it goes back to how it was. I knew that character looks was probably another thing that people were gonna be upset about. I mean, a lot of people play this game, so of course there's gonna be different opinions. I mean, personally, I like how the characters look. To be honest, I do think they definitely look more realistic. Like, obviously they still look animated because this is a game, but they do definitely look more realistic than our characters before, I think. And I mean, I liked how they looked before too, but I still like how they look now. Oh my god, my cat feeder's going off. I decided that we're going to Steve's farm and doing the race. Okay, the next one, they rated it ages 7+ and gave it 4 out of 5 stars, and it's from 4 years ago. It says a few glitches. Star Stable is a fun game for kids over the age of 8 when you run around on horses, do quests, and unlock new places. So what could be wrong? Well, 5 of my horses have disappeared and 500 star coins worth of clothes have also disappeared. I have contacted the website over 5 times trying to get my stuff back, but no response. Other than the glitches, Star Stable is a brilliant game and I highly recommend. Thanks for reading. I mean, honestly, again, like I said before, a lot of people play this game and, you know, people put stuff like this on the internet all the time. So there's really no way of knowing if it's true or not. Not saying that this person is lying necessarily, but, you know, I've experienced some glitches. That's like pretty insane. That did happen to you, then I'm sorry. I'm trying to think if any like really bad glitches have ever happened to me, and I honestly don't think so. I mean, of course, like lagging and stuff like that when it's really busy sometimes, but I think that's really it. There's a frog and it's so freaking loud. Okay, let's go do the windmill race. I'm just gonna read this review now. Okay, they rated it ages 10+ and gave it 1 out of 5 stars, and this was a month ago. It says it's the most unfair game ever. Star Stable was fun at first, but what the actual heck, bro? Become a star writer to go to almost the rest of the map? You're joking. I worked hard to get some of the places other than Moorland, and now I can't go paying to get out of Moorland. I'm saying it, everyone's saying it. Star Stable is a pay-to-win game. This game, not gonna lie, is pretty, but so unfair. Star Stable, you better get your stuff together or no one will play your game, if anyone is even playing this crap. Those were kind of some harsh words right there. I don't necessarily think this game is like a play to win. I mean, there's not an end goal. Like, I mean, I'm barely high up, but there's people like way higher than me, and like, you know, we still do like the same quests every week. Like, it's kind of just, you know, like there's no end really. I do think it is frustrating that in the beginning when you log in and play for the first time, you know, you have so much fun and like explore like this whole one area of the map, and then you like want to keep playing because you're having so much fun, and then you realize, oh, you have to pay to keep going. Looking back now, I know I've spent a lot of money, but in my opinion, it's been worth it for me because, you know, it's been all this time and I'm still playing. And I've had a lot of fun, and now I'm even making videos about it. You know, that changes depending on every person and everyone's experience. Let's go do the bunny thing because I never do that. This next review, they said it's ages 6+ and gave it 5 stars, and this was 3 years ago. It says awesome game, amazing graphics and more, as this is such a good game and it's working hard to provide a safe working environment for everyone. There are free codes for people who can't pay for Star Rider, and then the team releases new updates every Wednesday. I have played SSO for 4 years now, and the only scary thing that could scare these kids would be the Halloween trail ride. But even then, they can't play and go on it with friends. SSO is an online game. Even if someone is bothering your kid, then you can ignore them and report them. I do agree with you that the codes are nice. Like I just mentioned a little bit ago, like I just used 2 and got 100 free star coins, so that's nice. And I've like gone back before, just sat down and looked up old star coin codes and just typed some of them in, and honestly some of them still work like years later. So if you really want to, like, you can sit down and do that and go look at old codes and try them, and some of them might work and you can get free stuff, and even if you don't like it, you could sell it and get shillings and buy something else. I really like how you pointed out that the game updates every week. I think that's one of the nicest things, is that, you know, it's kind of ever changing because, you know, they're constantly adding new stuff and changing it every single week, guaranteed. So chasing these bunnies around in the snow I feel like is extra difficult. And I do like how you mentioned that if someone is bothering you, you can just ignore them. It's nice if someone is really bothering you, you can ignore them and report them, which is good, obviously. I think I'm just gonna call for a pickup and then trailer somewhere else. Where should we go? I honestly have no idea. I think I'm gonna go to like the Jorvik stable area, so I'm gonna trailer to Sunfield. Okay, this next person rated the game ages 13+ and gave it 4 out of 5 stars, and this was 1 year ago. It says my favorite game, but keep in mind, Star Stable is definitely my favorite game. I have been playing for probably 1 year now, although I will say it can be boring without Star Rider since you can't go anywhere but Moorland. And I sometimes get star coins when I have extra money to get nice horses. Otherwise, you are stuck with the starter horse. So overall, it's costly but cheaper than other horse games. And the other thing is that the community. There are many nice people that you can meet since this is an online game. But there are sadly many bullies, and there's a chat filter. People seem to find a way to still say bad things that young kids don't need to read. So I'd probably say 13+ for this game and just stay safe. Obviously, yes, there definitely has to be a chat filter to protect kids that play this game because, you know, it is targeted for children. But you can still, like, talk and communicate to other people. You just can't, like, say bad inappropriate things, obviously. But I will say sometimes if you, like, can't say a simple phrase, it, like, is really annoying. Like, I've gone to talk to people saying really short, simple phrases and you can't say it, and it's like actually so crazy and it's so annoying. And as for the other horse games, I have not tried many, so I can't really like give my input on that, but I do really want to try other horse games. So if anybody has any that they like or that they think I should try, comment those down below because I want to try some other ones. I really don't play mini games, but I'm definitely willing to try some other ones. I could try it for a video too, which that would be fun. Except it'd probably just be me like failing the whole time because I played this game for how many years and I like still can't like ride half the time. We could go do one of those like Greendale races. Is that what they are? Okay, this next person rates the game ages 9+ and gives it 4 out of 5 stars, and this was 3 years ago. Good, sometimes downsides. I've played Star Stable for years and it's a good game. Children/young adults can own their own horses and explore map. Quests get better over time and the storyline is exciting and fun. Star Stable clubs are fun to be in but have recently been updated. You can host events and have uniform and club horse if you want to over the years. Over the years, I've been in several clubs and have made friends with loads of people. Warning, club drama is a very common thing. When this happens, it is best to avoid it. If it becomes serious, report it. Horses. The horses in this game are slightly overpriced, but they are good graphics. If you want to buy star coins, then I recommend buying them on double star coin weekend. Overall, I think this is a good game for children/young adults that understand the game. I hope this helps. I like that person like labeled all of their different opinions. That was really helpful. I do kind of agree on like the age range that you have going on and like the description of the game. I do agree with you that horses are definitely overpriced, and that like, you know, if you really do the math and like figure out how much a horse costs in the game compared to like real life money, like it is kind of crazy. So I definitely do wish horses were cheaper. It is what it is. Right now I'm kind of trying to just learn how to appreciate the horses that I do have and try not to buy any, even though I keep not doing great at that. You know, we can keep getting better. I am not in a club. I used to be in like kind of a serious club for a little bit. That was a long time ago, but I do know drama of any kind is best to just avoid at all costs. So honestly, if I were involved in any kind of club drama, just avoid that as much as possible and do not be involved, because you will probably just make it worse for yourself, honestly. So I would just definitely avoid it at all costs. And then this last person says the game is ages 5+ and gives it 5 out of 5 stars, and this was 3 years ago. It says, great, it teaches kids about money and why spending of the star coins that they always speak of. And it's a fantastic way to own your own horse without having to buy land in over $1,000 or more of horse. They get to level up and feel some achievement in their success. It's also cheap and affordable to buy star coins as a little birthday present as well. I have no problems with it whatsoever. I definitely do agree that sometimes it's nice and like a cute little present to like get star coins for like your birthday or Christmas or something. Like that would be so exciting, I feel like, especially if it was like a double weekend, you know? I just love their description. Like this is definitely someone's like grandma or like rich aunt who wrote this. But I'm glad that I put a mix of like good and bad opinions and some popular topics that people have been talking about online when, you know, it comes to the game. I feel like I never do these races, so I'm glad that I'm over here doing them right. Well, those are all of the reviews that I have written down. I got my horse up at least one level and I'm almost to the next, so I'm happy with that for now. I want to do more of these training videos and I have some ideas of topics to talk about, but if you guys have anything that you want to see, then always feel free to comment those down below or message me and tell me any ideas you have. But yeah, that is all I have for you guys today. I will be seeing you guys in the next video. Bye guys.